Hey guys, it's Miss Sims again. I realized that I kind of got cut off in my last video, so I'm just going to pick back up with our building problem here. And so in this building problem, we had a 100-foot building, and it had a shadow on the ground, and we were trying to figure out the length of the shadow. So the building again was 100 feet, and we had an angle of elevation. So the angle right there was 38 degrees, and we were trying to find the shadow. So the building and the shadow will always make a right angle. So as I come in here and do some labeling, I will label this as my opposite. And this will be my adjacent. So this will become a tangent problem. So tangent of the angle, 38 degrees, is equal to the opposite, which would be 100, divided by the adjacent, which will be x. So this is the problem in which the tangent and the x switch. So I get x will equal 100 divided by the tangent of 38 degrees. So as I put that into my calculator, I get x is approximately 127.994 feet. All right. The third example from the worksheet has a bird sitting on top of a lamppost. So I'm going to draw a little lamppost here. Okay. And we're going to put a bird on top of it. Here's the bird's mouth there, and there's his feet. Now, there is someone observing the bird right down here. And the bird looks at an angle of depression at the feet of the person. And so what happens when the bird does that is I create a right triangle that is upside down. So my right angle is up in the air here. The bird is 35 degrees looking down. It tells me that the distance the bird is from the observer, we normally put it on the ground. We're going to stick it in the air. That would be 25 meters. And then we want to know how tall the lamppost is. So normally the lamppost would be right here. We'll shift it over here to this side. We'll call that X. As I go through and do my labeling again, I'm going to come in and label this as opposite. And this side again is the adjacent. So you can see I have another tangent problem. So I will say that the tangent of 35 degrees is equal to the opposite, which is x, over the adjacent, which is 25. So I'm going to multiply by 25. That'll get rid of the dividing. And so I end up with x equals 25 tangent 35 degrees, which again, if I put in my calculator, I get x is approximately 17.505 meters. Right? So those were the two examples from the worksheet. So I'm going to continue on. I'm going to go over a page here, and I'm going to look at a couple problems that were on your worksheet. So the first problem I wanted to look at here was number 7. And so the problem on your worksheet is the number 7 picture was not drawn. But this is a good question because what they tend to ask me in this one is they want to know the angle. So angle problems are very similar to doing just regular trig problems. We will start with a label. So I will say opposite, and I will say adjacent. So again, you can see we have another tangent problem. And so this time, though, I don't know theta. So tangent of theta is equal to 3/5. So in order for me to get rid of tangent, I have to use my inverse tangent. That's your second tangent button on your calculator. And I will do the second tangent to one side and to the other side. So we call that inverse tangent. So here they cancel, and I'm left with theta equals the inverse tangent of 3 divided by 5. So with that, you just press second and tangent on your calculator. You type in your fraction, 3 divide 5, and then you press enter.